Hey, what's up guys, it's Disperse. Today we're going to be going over tips to make you a better Fortnite player. These tips will increase your overall skill, and this includes aiming, building, looting buildings, getting to the ground faster, and just stuff like that. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. That's enough talking, let's get straight into the video. So the first tip we'll be going over is building. Now building is an essential to the game. You need it to survive. If you don't have cover when you're in a gun battle, you're pretty much dead. So how do you get better at building, you might ask? Creating keybinds. This is the best thing you can do to get better at building. Create keybinds for your stairs and your walls or whatever you want to use, and just keep practicing that. Whenever someone shoots at you, just build as much as you can so you get used to your keybinds. And sooner or later you'll create a habit where you build whenever you get shot, and that's awesome. So another key to building is getting the high ground in a gun battle. Sooner or later I'll make a tutorial just based on getting the high ground, but for today I'm just gonna give you the basics. So if you're above someone while you're shooting, they have the disadvantage right off the bat, and if you want to take over the high ground, you have to build. So I'll be making another tutorial on how to get high ground when building in the near future, but just keep in mind that high ground is key. Another key is to always have materials, no matter what. Go around hitting trees, go in buildings, hit all the furniture, and eventually you'll have enough wood to build as much as you want. And when you're hitting trees and other objects, make sure you're hitting the blue circle. That makes it go 2 times as fast and you still get the same amount of resources. At the start of the game, I didn't even build, and that was my #1 mistake. I thought I could just outgun them every single time. That's why I was losing these gun battles. And don't get frustrated if you don't get good at it right off the start. It took me a while to get good at it as well, but eventually, the more you practice, the better you'll get. Now that we got over building, I want to go to the next topic, and that is aiming. Now the key to aiming is crouching when you shoot. If you crouch when you shoot, the bullet spread will be not as much, and it'll be easier to hit the enemy. You don't need to crouch for every time you're shooting, but if you're medium to long range shooting an AR, crouching will be the best thing you can do. Another key to being good at aiming is finding the right sensitivity. Mess around in the settings with your sensitivity until you find something you like, and this will improve your aim by a stupid amount. Another key to aiming is to aim for the head. This doesn't go for every single time you're shooting, but if you're holding a shotgun, aiming for the head does 10 times more damage than a body shot. And if you're used to your sensitivity, it'll just make it so much easier to hit a headshot. Now in these other tutorials, people say build bases in late games, but if you really want to get good at the game, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to camp there, because you're never going to get good at aiming that way. You're just going to be going for wins at that point. If you rush people in late game, they will not expect that, and they think that you're just building a base and then sit there the whole game. What you want to do is rush those players and put them in the situation where they don't know what to do. So now that we're finished with the basics, we can go into a different topic, and this topic would be how to loot a building. So you want to land on the top of a building, break in, there's usually a chest there, and then loot the building from top to bottom, so if anyone comes from the bottom, you still have that high ground. In terms of loot, all you really need is an AR, and preferably a shotgun, and then you can go around trying to kill people, just working on your aim. The map route that made me get better at the game will be shown on the screen right now. You pretty much go from Salty Springs to that house right next to it, factory to Dusty, and then there's multiple places where you can go after that. I kept doing that route, then sooner or later I got really good at it. Now I can take over Salty like easy peasy. And in the later games, if you're worried about wins and not kills, you're doing it wrong. The more kills you get, the better you are. If you're just sitting there camping the whole game and you get a 2-kill solo win, that's not good. So focus on the kills and don't focus on the wins as much. Now in game, your inventory arrangement needs to be perfect. You should have like 3 or 2 guns in the front, and then the rest are heals, because if you just have them randomly splattered out, you don't know what button will be your gun and what button will be your heals. And when you find something you like, don't change it, because if you change it, your muscle memory will get all f***ed up, and then yeah, you don't want that. Another thing is, when you're landing, you want to know where the chests are on the building so you can get the guns as fast as possible. And another thing is go for supply drops, because that's where all the action is gonna be. That's just gonna increase your skill level by like a kabillion, nigga. Oh yeah, and make sure you're not standing still when you're eluding one of those things, cause then you'll get sniped. And adding on to that, if you're trying to find chests, go for it. Take your time out of your day to find the chests, so in the long run, you'll know where they are. And it's pretty easy. You could just hear for it if you really wanted to. But if you're not landing with everyone else or under on everyone else, you're not gonna get the chest first, because everyone's gonna be under you and you don't know how to land first. So I'll be making a video on that as well, on how to land under everyone in a different video coming out very soon. And know where you're landing. Look in the sky, look for chests, look where other people are landing so that you don't get butt raped by another dude, and then you should be golden when you're looking out for them. And then after you open the chests, you get minis and then you get big shields. You drink the minis first, because you can't drink a mini over 50 shield. So you drink the minis first and then you get the big shield, so you'll be fully at 100 shield. And if you get bandages and then you have minis but you don't know which one to take the shield over the bandages no matter what. If it's 15 bandages, 1 mini. Check like if you have less health or less shield. If you have less shield, you should probably take the shield. If you have less health, then you should probably take the bandages. But shield over health. I'm sorry for stuttering. My cousin's shaking her booty right next to me. I can't concentrate too well. But yeah, listen to what I said. And pro tip, this is completely out of what I just said. It's back in the building section. When you're farming, these wooden planks on the screen right now, they give you as much as trees. That's insane. So always farm these when you see them. So the next tip, this is the second to last tip I'm gonna give you guys, is look at the map and see where the zone is. If you see the zone is like 50 meters away, then you're fine. But if it's like 50 miles away, you should probably start running before it hits like 2 minutes, because then you'll be stuck in the zone and you'll probably die. I know those are the last two, but I have an extra one just in case. If you see someone with a lot of skins, don't automatically think they're good and cower it away. Be confident that you can kill them, and that's going to increase your skill level as well. And the last thing I'm going to tell you, if you're going for a high kill game and you need loot, if you have enough ammo to kill someone, then go find someone for that loot, because they're going to be doubling everything you have or even more. If you have like no building but you have enough to get into one fight, get into that one fight, and if they're clearly good, they're probably going to have a lot of loot. Don't sit there in houses trying to find loot and scavenge, because then you won't find kills. And if you're going for a high kill game, you can't do it. You just can't. Well, that's all I have for you today, man. Hopefully this helped you play very good at the game. If you think this helped you in any way, shape, or form, please like, please subscribe, leave a comment, do it, please. I'm desperate. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is Disperse signing out. Peace.